Thursday, April 16th edition of the Carolina weather video. And first of all, a little housekeeping note. This will be the last edition of the video until next Tuesday. A couple of days away from the weather office coming up, so just be aware of that. But certainly this morning, it is a damp morning. We are in the midst of one of our cold air damming situations that set up yesterday. We were socked in with the clouds and really rain for most of Wednesday. And as you would typically expect in one of these wedges, temperatures really held in check. Now these highs you see yesterday, those largely occurred during the pre-dawn hours. For most of the day, the Piedmont zones in the low to maybe at best mid-50s. Certainly a cool day. In fact, for a portion of the afternoon, the Piedmont of North Carolina was some of the coolest temperatures in the eastern seaboard until you got up into the higher elevations of Pennsylvania and the Northeast. Just the effects of that wedge. Now, pretty good rain totals in some spots. Over an inch in Charlotte, Gastonia, Rock Hill, Hickory, Monroe too. Over 2 inches. In fact, 2.5 inches reported in Shelby. Lighter amounts in the Triad area had a third to a half of an inch up that way in that part of the region. And today we still have some rain around, but it's generally very light in nature. Just some light rain and drizzle here at times today. Temperatures, they're on the cool side, 48 degrees, in fact, in Charlotte, 49 in Greenville. In South Carolina, it is 50 in Greensboro, and Raleigh, 56 in Charleston. So the entire Carolina is pretty cool. Northeasterly flow in place, indicative of that wedge scenario rolling along for us this morning. And on the, let's see, here we go. Finally get the radar to pop in for us. There's some of your more consistent rain over parts of the eastern half of the Triad viewing area, over toward Durham, and then down toward Randolph, Montgomery, Anson, and Richmond counties. It's just kind of a light, albeit almost kind of a soaking drizzle there in parts of the Charlotte metro very early this morning. Now you see some of that rain that's been pretty decent moving through sections of the Triad area early this morning. Now off to the west of the mountains, parts of Kentucky, Tennessee, and northern Alabama, even a few thunderstorms firing off this morning, and a much different air mass back that way. Here's the overall look. You notice the winds are out of the northeast here in the Carolinas in the wedge, but you get outside of the wedge, more of a southerly component to the wind, so much more mild and unstable in the deep south in the Tennessee Valley once you get west of Georgia, as the effects of that wedge are not felt once you get that far west this time around. All right, so here we go. Today, a low pressure kind of meandering off the coast. That's going to keep the clouds socked into place. And again, not a ton of measurable rain once we get past this morning, but some lingering drizzle at times in many locations. Your highs today held in check. It'll be 50s again for most of the Piedmont. Now tomorrow, the wedge will erode. Maybe some sunshine working in here and there. Only a very limited shower chance for most of the Piedmont zones tomorrow, and it will be a warmer day. Highs warming back up into the 70s in many spots. And then really now I think Saturday looks like a very nice weather day. It looks like a day Saturday that's going to feature a partly cloudy sky, an isolated shower possible down in especially South Carolina, but most of North Carolina looks really good Saturday. And a pretty warm day. Looks good. So certainly Saturday, the pick day of the weekend, because here's what comes in Sunday. Sunday's still looking very wet. The next storm system rolling in, and especially as we get into the second half of the day Sunday, rainfall rates could be pretty impressive, continuing on into Sunday night. And then finally on Monday, that cold front sweeps through, so you'll get some scattered shower and storm chances Monday with the frontal passage. Now again, you look at rain totals with this system, pretty impressive in many spots on the European model, up over 2 inches of rain Sunday into Monday. GFS, a little bit lighter, but still a pretty significant rain event. All right, on to the higher resolution modeling here. This is a look at the 4-kilometer NAM product, and this is valid 10 o'clock this morning. You see some of that light rain and drizzle persisting. We go out to 6 p.m., and again, not a lot of measurable rain left, but still some drizzle here and there. And this is what it looks like on the more coarse resolution of the GFS model. High pressure still wedging down the eastern side of the mountains. So you have some areas of lingering very light rain and drizzle. Temperatures certainly held in check today. Those are the GFS projected high temperatures today. And again, we're looking at mid to low 50s in many of the cold air damming spots. Now tomorrow, the wedge erodes. This is early afternoon. And then the GFS still wants to print out a few isolated showers in the afternoon tomorrow. That's possible, but I think most of us with a dry Friday. And again, Saturday looks good. This is the precipitation through Saturday afternoon. So again, the mountains and maybe parts of South Carolina with a few isolated Saturday showers, but most of us in really good shape. There's your Saturday highs off the GFS, and talking upper 70s to maybe even some low 80s here and there. But here comes the rain. This is the rain through basically the first half of the day Sunday, and then there is Sunday afternoon and early evening, and then through Sunday night and Monday morning. So pretty wet go of it through that period of time. And finally, here comes the cold front, just moving into the mountains at early afternoon on Monday, and then that kicks off some scattered thunderstorms on Monday afternoon. There is some instability for that to work with, so again, I will mention a few thunderstorms possible Monday. But then behind that, here comes the drier weather. Tuesday looks good, Wednesday looks good, and then maybe we'll see late week if another rain chance rolls in. So that's kind of how things are looking at this point in time. All right, that is it for today's edition of the Carolina Weather Video. Everybody have a wonderful day and weekend, and God bless.